All right, boys, we back. Just gonna try and run through this video real quick here. Robinhood. Oh my goodness, this. So I completely out of it. Withdrew every last penny from every. I have two Robinhood accounts, one for me and one on my wife, and I sold everything, completely cashing out. So that is in the works. My other account. It still hasn't settled yet, but as soon as that money is settled, it's gone. And so, yeah, that's Robinhood. I wanted to go over just a few of the developments that happened today in case you weren't able to sit and trade all day like I was fortunate enough to be able to do. But yeah, delete Robinhood. It's garbage. So here's some of the things we're talking about. So GME, AMC, delete Robinhood, how to buy GameStop above the broker limits if you know that there are limits to buying whole shares on certain brokers. And we're going to talk about some of this other stuff here. So first off, delete Robinhood. It's garbage. Next is the list of the limits for securities you can purchase and the different symbols. So they're basically going after all the good stuff, man. All the good stuff. Novak's went up $86 today. Wow. IPO is gonna rip. Yeah, this is all the stuff that these are the stocks that traders are. This is your hot list right here. I expect these type of stocks to rip as soon as they lift this restriction. But look at this: one share of AAL, one share of CCIV. You can buy one share of GME. So what I read here was that there's a way to get around buying above broker limits. This probably works on all the different stocks, but this guy put it on Wall Street Bets. So you can only buy, this guy's saying 2 or 5, or in case Robinhood's only 1. Go to the February 5th options. So let's do that real quick. So we go to February 5th GME. What you would do, come to the options here. Go February 5th. And then he says, scroll all the way down the call list. So we're just going to roll all the way down. Nice. So you can buy them there. And buy the call option with cheapest percentage. So like in this case, smallest percentage gain. They're all about 60. To end the day. I'm sure this is fluctuating in the day, but you'd find one of these call options that you like and then buy it and then immediately exercise it. Buy this guy. It's going to cost you about $30K, and you would immediately exercise, and now you would own 100 shares at $22. That's what he's saying. To get around, you can't just go in here and buy one share of GameStop or 2 shares of GameStop, which would cost you $600, but you can go into the options and you can buy up to 5. According to this, you can buy up to 5 contracts. So if you were, super risk YOLO man, then you could come here and just buy some of these. Buy 5 of those real quick, and you would own 500 shares at a cost of $40, at the $40 range. So. Then what he's saying is he just exercised them. He got 200 shares, blocked the shorts some more, and he keep doing it. Blah blah blah. Not obviously this is not financial advice. I'm not putting in a disclaimer because I doubt any of you guys are actually gonna go do this. But if you got the funds, this is a pretty neat little trick. So yeah. So he's basically saying it's like buying 100 shares at this point. And then you can just sell the shares if you want, or hold, whatever you want to do once you've exercised. So pretty cool little trick. So it's kind of dumb. They let you buy 5 contracts, and you can own up to 500 shares that way, or you can only buy 1 share. So very strange how that works. This is actually going to be worse for the hedge funds. If you guys know what's happening with the hedge funds and GME. Next is, if you guys don't know about the YOLO update with DFV, I'm not going to say his name, but Deep F in Value is basically his name. He here's his lotto. I guess he initiated this lotto. We finally found out who the guy is. So I saw his picture, but he initiated this lotto sometime in 2019, and I guess he only put in like $60K at the time to start it, and over time it looks like he's probably put in what 754,000 here. And I remember looking at this 2 weeks ago, and he was up to maybe, when GME was sitting at like 17, 20, and like 30, he was only up like 7 million or something like that. And I know for me, I would have probably sold it at 7 million, but the epitome of what they call diamond hands here, my goodness. So he's holding these still, apparently, sitting on a cool 46 million. This other guy I found on Wall Street Best, it's another dude holding a nice fat chunk of shares. I don't know, it doesn't really show what, you can probably figure out what price he paid by, what the gains are, but I'm not going to do the math on that. But this dude killing it too, man. Look at this. He made he made 10 million. Oh my goodness. So fantastic stuff. Lantern fan here. Crazy stuff. I mean, I got 10 shares. Okay, I ain't got nothing crazy. I'm not that insane. So there's the list there. What was next here? So short interest. I think short interest right now is sitting at 11 billion is what I last heard. So still 130% of the float is short. Well, either there's new shorts or they just the current shorts just haven't covered yet. I can't imagine them not covering. Cost for these shorts to hold is going to be something in the billions every day for all of them combined. So every day that we hold, it's costing them more money. Obviously, they're not going to be able to hold it forever. Technicals on GME here. It's just some of the levels I was looking at today. You can see it's just going to trade right inside these pivots here. But what I like about GME, and the reason I bought right here with my signal there, and it's above all the yearly pivots, which are these blue lines. It's above all the weekly pivots right now. It's just sitting up here in its own, stratosphere essentially. So this is anywhere up here is just, compared to being down where it was, it's just destroying shorts every day. But you can see the range here. So I bought right here on this pivot. It was the pivot, and it was a daily open. So a previous daily open. Yeah, right there. So you got a confluence of support plus the buy signal. So I went long here, and I mean it doesn't look like much, but you buy here at 260, and it went to 330, 335. So I mean it cost 70 points there. So on 10 shares, that was $700 easy. It was really easy actually, so that was cool. I'm holding on to them just because obviously it's not that much. 10 shares isn't nothing, but you can see the range on these pivots. They're calculating out to be possibilities to see 1090 at this point with this. And if you look at the options chain, if you look at options premiums, that is for February 5th, you got $4,500 for the 800s, and I imagine they're going to even add more strikes come Monday, 425, and that should help alleviate some of the pressure on these 800s. But this is just an indication that this thing is probably going to break 800 soon, very soon. And I can't see. I mean, you just see it kind of winding up here. So I mean, unless there's just a complete breakdown in this whole pattern and everything, I don't see any reason why this isn't going to at least break this high over here, this 513 that it used to be at. I mean, there's a level for you to watch, and then these pivots. Other than that, we'll see what the new weekly pivots set themselves up as. That's going to have to be on the Monday morning. These weekly pivots will recalculate themselves, and we can see what those will be like. So I imagine they're going to be, pretty wide ranging. Next, what was next here? So yeah, we talked about option levels. Doge. Man, I'm pissed at this, man. Golly, I had Doge down here at 7.6. I had 4K worth of Doge right here, man. It was back in here actually. Got me out right here, dude. It got me out. I got shaken out right here. I just couldn't wait any longer. I just hate this pattern right here. I hate when it just looks like Algo is trading it. I was just like, man, this thing's never gonna go. This is a stable coin, and of course. Yesterday it just decides to just go crazy. which Wall Street Bets is part of this too. That's probably why. And then, of course, it's Robinhood messing everything up. So that was the only broker I could buy Dogecoin on. So I was reluctant to even buy it because I was like, I'm trying to get out of Robinhood. So I ended up buying here. I took it all the way. No, I'm sorry. I bought it up here. So I bought it here, sold here. I mean, that was already a crazy move too, because I mean that was like 4 cents to 7 cents to 8 cents. So my anticipation here is you just wait for this to break here, whatever this little triangle is. I mean, it's just a consolidation pattern. And here's your level there, 0.06, I mean, for the break. Set a little alert there just to see if it ever does break that pivot level. But you can see this thing is in blue sky territory. Broke all the yearly pivots, all the weekly pivots. So we'll see on Monday. But I imagine this thing's going to break out eventually on Doge. There's a lot of buyers and interest in this. So yeah, Elon tweets, it rips. I do have a price target of $5 on it. So right now I'm using Hit BTC as my broker. I haven't got verified yet, so I haven't been able to purchase it. But I know everybody's looking for the $1, right? The $1. But I'm probably gonna put some money in and just hold it to 5. I imagine it's gonna be a long journey to $5, but I think it'll go there. You can get it anywhere in here. You're gonna be solid. Is the market cap possible? So let's see, Dogecoin market cap. So basically, here's your rationale here. Is Dogecoin worth 6 billion? Can it, what's 500 divided by 0.04, right? So 12,000x. No, that doesn't make any sense. It's more like 5. Let's just call it like 500x. So 6 billion point 3 times 500. So wow, that would be 315 billion, right? Times a billion. That's a million, right? That's a billion. Yes, yeah. It's hard for me to think that this thing can 500x, because that's like 3 trillion. So I guess I take that back. $5 is kind of out of the question. If my calculations is correct there, 500x on 600x is 600 billion. Yeah, so yeah, this ain't going to 3 trillion. There's no way. I mean, I guess it's possible. I guess it's possible if it gets adopted as the official world currency, it might go to 3 trillion. I guess that's possible. You would have so many millionaires, billionaires really, if Dogecoin does that, but I doubt it. Tesla, I got calls in Tesla. I got calls here because this thing is down after earnings. It does this a lot. Let's just see what this AI here says for Tesla. I got the 880s for next week. They're only like $5. So I figured I might as well just take a shot because I think this is all down just because of the the garbage that's going on with GME and everything, and the clearinghouses and all that stuff that's happening. There's people freaking out and they're just selling everything. And so here's Tesla chart here. It does look like it's a breakdown for sure. So I'll be watching this one. Be watching this 814 level. We'll be watching the 818 and 840. I'd probably be out at 840 if it does reverse to go to 840. I'll be out, but I don't like shorting Tesla, so I'm not gonna short it. Here's SPY. I was looking at this last night. I just knew that this was gonna break down. It's probably gonna look like something like these right here, where you got like a couple waves down on the first breakdown, then a retest, and then another breakdown, and then it's finally, just the consolidation that happens here in these levels, and then a break up. So we'll probably see something happen to where you're actually testing like the 356, even probably 350. You could probably see 352 on SPY, would be a buy level. Maybe in a couple weeks if it if it doesn't just reverse here, I mean, we're still in a super bullish environment. How did this pivot system work today? Let's see. Did I get any decent trades off? I guess this was really my only really good trade, was just off this pivot level here. Pivot and this weekly open. So I had this trigger going for the buy, and then that's when I got the GME on. What else? Open positions in, not AMC, but open positions in this company, SNDL. It's only 80 cents. We got Reed, which is a beverage company, only 80 cents. I'm sitting in some penny stocks here. We also got AIKI, which is like I guess they're doing like shrooms, like legal shrooms and stuff, whatever. I mean, if they're going to pass reform in cannabis, that's the news, is they're going to pass some cannabis reform. Then I want to be in some of these alternative medicines. And then what else are we in here? Let's see. Let me think. I'm in something else. Oh yeah, MATX. So they got some news today too that ripped them. So I'm sitting in this too for. I'm sitting here around 229. I guess I'm about to rip by accident. But I don't really care. I think this is going to go higher. You see kind of the natural targets here. You got a monthly pivot right there, and then monthly pivots all the way up. I mean, you got a lot of resistance here. A lot of resistance to break through. So I'm really just looking for this 254 level, maybe head to 336, and then because this break right here would be nice. You'd probably catch a nice little this little gap here. It'll probably rip through there if it can get through. So that's kind of what I'm playing it for. I don't really care about holding this one long term, but I will be holding Reed long term. I'll try to hold Sandal long term. I think that when this gets some weed news, this thing's gonna fly. 150, bust it loose. Possible 284. If maximum news, it hits 950 and it's gone. All right, man. Anyways, you guys have a good weekend. We'll catch you on Monday. Peace.